All right. Welcome to Sports Car Junction Happy Hour.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, yeah, everyone, we're just trying to do a little equipment test for Nate. We finally got his computer in.
Yeah, a few hiccups, but
So we ordered mine today. So we're hoping that mine is in, it's coming in a bunch of parts. So we're going to have some of it on Wednesday, and then some of it will be as late as June 8th, I believe. So that's fun.
Could be there earlier, though. So
it could be. I mean, Best Buy isn't very good with their estimated times, as Nate
yeah,
knows.
Not right now. It's not great.
Yeah, we ordered Nate a computer on what, Friday? We ordered it the same night our stream messed up. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Josh is literally making millions of dollars off Michael Jordan cards right now.
I know. Every day.
Every day. He lines like $1,000 worth of stuff a day for like the past month.
Yeah, like every single day. It's just Josh Atkinson posted in aces and eights.
And it makes me so sad because we had so many of those Jordans in inventory like within the past 5 years.
Did you sell them to Josh?
No, I did not. I don't know that I've ever... Actually, no, I sold Josh cards. I've only sold him a couple, though. I sold him a Sean Alexander rookie for his 2001 SP Authentic PSA 10 set.
Solid.
And that might be the only card I sold him. Me and Josh met at a show in, I think, Charlotte a couple years ago.
Fell off a truck.
What's up, BQH?
What's up, BQH? We're doing some equipment tests with my new computer.
They fell off a truck that Josh happened to be running into with his car.
Yes.
Driven by Michael Jordan.
But yeah, BQH, we're just running some equipment checks. Eventually, I'll need to get a webcam, which will be better than how you're currently viewing me.
Honestly, it looks pretty clear on my end.
On mine, it's not like super. I'm very critical of resolution and stuff like that. Cat. Hello, Chanel.
No, we just finally opened up the windows. What's up, Jason? Yeah, no, we finally opened the windows for them, so they've been loving it. But no, yeah, your new computer's a beast. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't think people realize what kind of computer we bought you. I think they just thought we meant like we bought you like, I don't know, some off the shelf thing that you can just walk in and buy. But it's a beast.
I'm not kidding you when I say I will verify later to prove that I'm not lying. I can fit in the box that this computer came in.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, we got that news. I didn't even know if I told Nate yet. Nate, Art is out of the hospital. Art went home. So
BQH. Everyone else is actually on Facebook right now chatting.
Yeah, it's strange.
I'm sure more of the YouTube guys will end up in here.
Yeah, BQH. We didn't really advertise this really. We were just trying to. Nate wants to run his equipment. We want to see how everything works with all the new speed that he has added. What would you say this new computer is? Like 5 times faster than your old one? Close.
It's really hard to like quantify that.
I mean, it's pretty freaking fast. That's all.
Oh yeah, it's crazy fast.
And then we're getting me a new one so that my laptop doesn't overheat like it does every single night. And I don't know how to fix that. The internal fan
just pour water on it.
Yeah, that's probably right. Love the podcast today, Nate.
Much appreciated, BQH.
I was listening to it, and then I tried to use those janky headphones, and they didn't work. So I only listened to like 34 minutes of it or something.
The listener questions might be the best listener question segment that we've done yet.
I'll have to. It's a pretty short one though, isn't it? Like an hour, 5 minutes or something.
No, I think it's like an hour and 20.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to.
Spotify just cuts off like the numbering sometimes. I don't know why, but it'll play the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll have to finish it later. But I just love how have this little thing where you can just shut Jack down whenever you want, and he can't do anything about it.
Oh, absolutely. We are having fun with that.
Did he tell you I offered him for like $350 for that?
No.
I sent him a $350 offer for it.
Oh,
he said no.
What a dick.
Yeah, I was gonna offer him $400, and I bet you he would still say no.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, so what? Anyone got any industry questions? We had a pretty weird week last week with Chronicles coming out.
All right, we got trivia from Jason.
It was the last 300 win pitcher. The last 300 win pitcher.
I know it's somebody that isn't. For some reason, I want to say CC Sabathia.
That was my thought too. Did you see him? But off topic, did you see CC's picture?
Oh, he's ripped.
He lost like 70 pounds and is shredded now. I think he might come back.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Come back and throw like 12 games.
That'll work for me.
Yeah, I might do that BQH. I think I might buy all the cards of Jack once.
I have legitimately had people DM me with Cardinals auctions that are ending soon and be like, go snipe this from Jack.
Well, no, you should just buy them and then Black Rose them and put them up for like 7,000.
Except he'll know it's me because my eBay ID is DRC Collector.
You make a new one. It's pretty simple. Or you put them on, or I'll list them.
He'll still know.
So, Jason, what's the answer? Yeah, CC sounds good to me. I'm trying to think of who had enough longevity.
What is up, Eric? We are testing out my new computer. This is not the webcam that I will eventually have. This is just what we're working with right now.
Yeah. We ordered all my computer parts today. I'm getting 5 separate packages of them.
Also, just a heads up, this will be a weekly thing.
Yeah, we are going to have topics and whatnot going forward.
We're going to have a live show once a week for roughly an hour. Call it SCJ. All right, it's not Sabathia.
It's not Sabathia.
Is it Bartolo?
There's no way Bartolo Colon had 300 wins. Not even possible.
I was wondering. Randy Johnson. Yep. I could have sworn somebody did it more recently.
I was going to say like Roger Clemens or something. My next guess was like Roger Clemens or Kurt Schilling or someone like that. Yeah, this is basically going to be a live podcast, BQH. We're going to have listener questions. I could. I mean, I'm just wearing, shirt I was going out in today.
Yeah, it'll be more or less a live podcast.
Yeah, we want to get listener questions in, and then we're going to have some talking points.
Let's see. How many wins does Bartolo have?
So he wants to pitch one more year.
Bartolo has 247 wins.
Yeah, he's still not getting 300, dude. Sean, yeah, definitely. I got some Elijah Craig, and I have some beer as well.
I've got some Jim Beam Maple.
We're just trying to relax. We got another big week starting tomorrow, so we should be live. We'll be live. Well, not we should. We will be live tomorrow to break.
Yes, yes, we will.
How many breaks do we have to catch up on? We have an NT, a select football, a prominence football.
3 or 4, I think.
Yeah. So anyone who is currently watching who joins our breaks, you can start buying spots again, and Nate will toss up some breaks later tonight or tomorrow. More NT, maybe another Chronicles football. If anyone wants to talk, announcers, broadcasters, I am here. I don't see the problem is you have so much announcer broadcast knowledge. We don't know any of these guys. No, Eric, we're not going to do the giveaways until we finish tomorrow's episode or tomorrow's show, just because we only did 1 week's worth of breaks for them. So we'll just we'll roll it. I might add. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add another prize, and we're just going to give away 3 things.
Okay.
Yeah,
that works for me.
Yeah, we'll just roll it over, do a double week, and then just give away 3 prizes.
Also, when we do actually do this show, make sure you're somewhere with better Wi-Fi because your mic is a little wonky.
Is it?
On occasion.
Oh, okay. Maybe this is settings on it. It's also pretty far away from me.
Andrew, if you go to sportscarjunction.com, I will get that thrown up on the screen. All of our breaks will be posted there underneath our group breaks tab.
Yep.
And what is up, David?
I think you have a few things listed. What's up, David? Yeah, this just to remind everyone, we're not breaking tonight. We're just kind of hanging out for a minute, maybe taking some questions. Nate's messing around with his new computer. Thank you, everyone who placed orders over the weekend. I packed up a bunch of stuff today.
Yeah, and there are 3 breaks live currently. I will be adding more either tonight or tomorrow.
Optic.
2019 Optic Baseball, 2018 Gallery Baseball, and 2013 Prominence Football 3-box break.
Oh, that one didn't fill.
Let's see how many. There's 2 left in that one.
And there's 1 left in Gallery.
1 left in Gallery, 3 left in Optic.
What's up, Luddy?
What's up, Luddy?
But yeah, so what even filled then? Chronicles, NT, is that it?
Chronicles and NT, and then there were 1 or 2 other ones because they filled, so I pulled them off of the site.
You know what they were?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, I didn't. Oh yeah, you got your spreadsheet on your old computer probably.
I can bring it up on this one. Let's take a look at the cursed 515 spreadsheet.
Yeah, that was a horrible night.
That was not good. All right, so we have NT number 23, Select Football number 2.
What's up, Brett?
And then Chronicles Football is the only other one for right now.
What's up,
Brett?
Sucks the most about Friday is the fact that like Tuesday I had problems and I fixed them immediately by getting new internet, and then Friday your computer just decides it's not going to work.
I don't know what. Yeah, I am on my new computer, Luddy. The camera is my phone camera. Eventually, I will be getting a decent webcam once people stop hoarding them.
Yep, me too. I mean, I'll probably need a new one as well. But yeah, Nate's new PC. The thing is,
it's a monster.
It filled up the entire back of your car. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. I had to fold down my seats.
Nate drives a cute little Scion TC hatchback, and
as long as you take care of them, they run forever.
So do I. Not really. I haven't run in a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you also don't take care of yourself.
No, I'm good. I lost 26 pounds during quarantine. What are you talking about?
I think my dad lost like 25 or 35.
Yeah, I went from 240 to like 216 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm down like 20. I'm down like 24. Oh.
Charlotte says must be nice between you and my dad losing weight. I'm pretty sure both of us were not so lucky.
Yeah, well, that's what happens whenever you stress and you work 20 hours a day. I mean, you lose weight.
Yeah.
But I know. Yeah.
I stress plenty.
Your dad's looking cut. He's looking pretty shredded.
Looking more shredded than a julienne salad.
Does anyone have any questions tonight? We're just hanging out. I mean, I'll be back in the store tomorrow. It was a super busy weekend. Thank you, everyone who came out.
You can talk about that more.
Yeah, I think we had 50 people through the door on Friday and 25 or 30 on Saturday. But to be fair, the weather was pretty good on Saturday, so it was kind of tough to contend with. But yeah, there was like 75 people through. We didn't have too many issues with having too many people in the store, so the 5-person rule didn't really affect it too much. But we're hoping now that we're back in a full week that we'll be back to our normal. I don't know. I don't think there should be too many moments during the week when there's 5 people in there. What's up, Pat? When's the 80s card bubble going to pop? That's a good question. I think Jordan stuff is going to stay healthy.
Yeah, the McGuire stuff.
Yeah, there's no way. There's just too much of it out there. I mean, I was just looking at our inventory recently. We have like, I don't know, 30 or 40 McGuire rookies. And I never even looked at them to grade because it wasn't really worth it unless you got a 10. But now, I mean, 9s are even worth good money. I think 9s are over $100 now. Sounds good, Luddy. Yeah, it was good to have everyone in there. I know my dad was happy to see everyone in the store again, too. So having actual live collectors in the store was a pretty cool thing.
As opposed to the dead ones.
As opposed to the dead ones, yes. We only had corpses in the building for the last 2 months. Made it very convenient to hide the bodies, but yeah, we actually have real collectors in the store, not just ordering and picking up. What was that?
That was my toaster.
Toaster running at 7:45. Interesting. It's usually a morning / afternoon.
I mean, the sun is still out, so
yes, the sun is still out, but yeah. But yeah, back to Patrick's question. Yeah, there's so many cards in the 80s that I think are just they're gonna come back down. There's just too much of it out there. I just don't think it's so much of this stuff like the Sammy Sosa rookies and stuff. Like I haven't thought about grading a Sammy Sosa card in 10 years. So like that's why the pop reports are where they're at. You're gonna see them get loaded in the next 2 to 3 months. You're gonna see those pop reports get crushed. Because everyone like me who might have 50 Sammy Sosa Leaf rookies is going to start grading that stuff.
Oh, and 50 is a generous low ball.
Yeah, I mean,
there's probably guys sitting on thousands.
I wouldn't honestly. Back in like the 80s, that's how you bought cards. You would buy like a 500 quantity or like 1,000 quantity of a card. Like I talked to a guy who had bought like 1,000 McGuire rookies at I think 50 cents a piece in 1985.
Yeah.
So a lot of people used to do it. I mean, at the same time, they also bought 1,000 Greg Jeffries and like I think my dad at one point had like 3,000 Bam Morris rookies because he was a Steeler. So people have been hoarding key rookies since the 80s. Like, I mean, there's no reason. I think it's Barry Larkin tops rookies in the PSA 10 have like taken off. Meanwhile, they were $1 raw. So I don't know. I probably have 100 of that card raw. I know I'm up to like 300 of the Bonds 87 raw, and I haven't been tempted to grade them yet. Yeah, Sean, thanks for coming out on Friday, man. I hope we can open up more things. Yeah, we understand. That's another reason why they're going up, Brett, is the documentary on Sosa and McGuire. But they're just not sustainable.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the basketball stuff may stay where it's at.
I think the Jordan stuff will stay where it's at, but any bump that the residual players got, I don't really see that sticking, at least not to the extent that it's at right now.
Yeah, there's just no possible way that it can stay where it's at.
Where are you seeing subtitles, Luddy?
Oh, that's on the Facebook. Whenever you view us on Facebook, it automatically adds subtitles that we don't have any control over. Zuckerberg is putting all those words on there.
Oh gosh.
So who knows? Zuckerberg's probably saying all kinds of stuff that we're not saying.
I can't imagine what
Oh yeah, I mean me whenever I say Keller.
Look at this blue Keller.
Look at this Keller refractor. It's a pretty early for question, but let's hear the super predictions. Tampa Bay. And the Chiefs. I think Chiefs are going to win again, honestly.
Yeah, I'm thinking a Kansas City, Tampa Bay Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it would make too much sense. But yeah, I think Kansas City. I mean, barring injury, but like, I don't see anyone who can stop Mahomes. Honestly, I really don't.
No,
you're not able to unless you literally put him out of the game. You can't beat him.
No. Which, if we're going that route, if he plays either the Bengals or the Ravens in the playoffs,
yeah, they could try to hurt him.
They could try and put him out of the game.
But yeah, I mean, it's just we still don't even know if there's going to be football. So, I mean, there will. I just don't know how it's going to be. I mean, I don't know how you can do it without fans.
Yeah, Sean. Oh, what is that documentary called?
For what? This documentary, why about
It's
starts? Oh, it's so bad. I mean, let me be respectful to it. It's not bad. It's not. The information's not relevant now. That was the it's the one on Netflix.
Yeah.
But the problem is he filmed it in like 2015 or 2016 where the market was just starting to come up.
Exactly.
So, like, it ended pretty morbid. Like they were saying how the hobby is horrible and everything was overproduced, but then they don't talk about the good things that have been happening the last 5 years at all. I know for a fact because they do the Tops interview. In the person who's getting interviewed, you can see like 2015 Tops over their shoulder because that was probably the newest thing. So I think they needed to, like, considering they didn't release it till 2019, I think they needed to do like a little 10-minute update at the end.
Or at the very least, I mean, even if you're talking to somebody in 2015, that was after the Andrew Luck boom, the Steven Strasburg boom. But they ignored that.
Yeah, David, I mean, we're probably wrong. I just kind of want to see Tom Brady win just to shove it in the Patriots' face, honestly. Because I really like Brady. I don't like the Patriots. But
okay, what if it's Patriots versus Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl?
I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, it can happen, right? I'm not very
good. The only way I see that happening is if the Patriots sign Cam Newton. Jarrett Stidham is not the answer for that.
He's not ready. I mean, he could be eventually. I don't think he's like ready to take over right now.
No, definitely not.
If you're a Patriots fan, though, like, it's gonna be a weird year for you. Like,
definitely.
You're so used to the most consistent player, basically, for the last 20 years, and he's not there. All those other players looked better because Brady was the quarterback. I mean, all those little like Rex Burkhead, Wes Welker type guys.
I want to see what Julian Edelman does with another quarterback.
I mean, yeah, I mean I want to see how good like Adam Humphries plays this year with Brady throwing to him. Like that's his kind of player, like the small little slot guy who's just like that little workhorse who does those little 10, 15 yard routes.
We saw what Brady can do with Gronk and Moss. Now, I'm not equating either of these guys to Moss, but now we're going to see him with Gronk, Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans.
Which Mike Evans, honestly, I think he's not in the topic of like the top 5 receiver because his quarterback was Jameis. But now that it's Brady, I think people are going to start to realize just how good he is. But no, I think Gronk's going to be like really good. He's going to be lighter than ever. His speed has to be up. He's finally healthy. I don't think he was healthy that last 3 or 4 years.
And they have other tight ends. We saw how well Gronk prospers and stays healthy when there's a good tight end there.
Are they keeping
another one? I'm not sure off the top of my head. What's up, Lucas?
Staying, or if they can even afford to keep him or not. But they still don't have a number 1 running back, in my opinion. If it's still Ronald Jones and Peyton Barber. Is that still their backfield?
I think so.
I think both of them are the number 2 running back. I don't think they have a number 1 right now. That's why I was shocked that they didn't go after like Gordon or Gurley or Johnson or one of those other guys harder.
I mean, they probably tried
harder. Like I'm sure they went after them, but I guess they didn't have enough.
Yeah, Tampa drafted a running back. I forget who it was though.
So they have 2 number 2 running backs and a rookie running back. So who knows? Maybe one of them could take off. I mean, they're not bad. I know Ronald Jones has had some injury problems the last couple of years. I don't know much about Peyton Barber. I know that he's okay. He's not a number 1.
Yeah. He's not horrible, but he's not a number 1.
I'm not sure, Lucas. Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to the draft picks this year. I mean, I followed it a little bit, but I don't have cable. I wasn't watching it, so I think we were breaking the first night.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really pay attention to the draft that much. I don't even start caring about these players until it gets closer to the season. Did Gronk come back because he wanted to play with Brady, or did he come back because he thinks he has something left? I think both.
I think it's both.
I think he feels ready. He's healthy, but the only person who could get him back was Brady. I don't think Gronk would have went and played for someone else. Like if Aaron Rodgers had called him and said, "Hey, you want to come play for Green Bay?" He wouldn't have done it.
Plus, I don't think Gronk minds being in Florida.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I know that he lost about 40 pounds, but he'll have to put probably 20 back on. But he's still going to be good. I don't know if I think his knees and his arms are probably feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, his back is the issue to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he always had that robotic arm, so it's interesting to see if he'll come out with that on or not. Yeah, I don't think he's putting all of it on, though. I think he'll only put on maybe half of it again.
Yeah, I think both last the season.
I think they're going to be very limited with Gronk. I don't think he's going to be he's not going to have like 100 receptions or anything.
I'm looking up their depth chart right now, see who's behind him.
I would use him a lot in the red zone and save him for the playoffs.
They still have OJ Howard.
Yeah, see, I don't know if they're going to end up being able to keep him, though, the full year.
Even if they don't, their third string is Cameron Brate, who's no scrub.
No, he's actually pretty decent.
Also, I just figured out who their second string quarterback is.
Is it Brian Hoyer?
No.
Is it McCown?
No.
Give me a hint here.
He used to be a quarterback in Florida.
Fitzpatrick? No.
No.
Falk?
Nope.
I don't know.
Blaine Gabbert.
Oh.
Honestly, I'm interested to see what happens with Blaine Gabbert under Brady. He's no spring chicken anymore. But I do think if anyone can turn him around and like reach that full potential that he had, it's Bruce Arians and Tom Brady.
Patrick, well, I do like SGC. I don't think they really can't make a dent in the modern market at all. I don't think it's going to happen as far as the modern stuff goes. I think they're better having their niche of like pre-war, high grade 50s, 60s stuff. I don't think it translates to the modern card.
I agree. Also, their new labels are hideous.
I love their new labels.
I hate them so much.
I love them. I love their labels. Their slabs are the nicest, but I think ultimately there's so many people who want the PSA set registry and everything that it's just not going to translate over. I mean, I've looked at the prices and it's pretty bad, the comparison right now. Especially some of the rookies.
Yeah. Like Jordans, fine. Compare the two. They're fairly...
Like Mickey Mantle rookies, I mean, SGC actually sells higher on some stuff, like Babe Ruth stuff. Yeah, I mean, SGC is more than a contender. I think they're actually, some guys prefer them. But like modern stuff, like you're not going to see like people grading mass amounts of Bowman Chrome autographs with them, or
exactly.
Like even
Prism,
just like, Prism basketball. Like you're not going to see someone sending 100 Zion rookies to them. I mean, someone may have, but it's not going to catch on in that respect. I don't think. Yeah, but the thing, Patrick, is if you have so let's say PSA is going to take 4 months and SGC takes a month, and the SGC card is worth $130, but the PSA is worth $450, you're going to wait the extra 2 months and go with PSA.
Yeah.
Like
also, while we're still talking about this, if you guys have any other topics for us to talk about after this, shoot them down in the chat.
Yeah, guys. So like going forward, when we're live for the regular SCJ at night and live for this, definitely give us future topics. Nate will take note of it and we'll see if we can work it into a full segment. We might do some of these pre-recorded too. Me and Nate just might have some conversations, but
I can give you some of the cardboard Illuminati questions that we answered this week and see what you think on them.
Sure, I haven't heard any of them. Don't give me any that are going to get me in trouble.
Now, trust me, I picked, like I said, this week was really good.
Wait, what's the deciding factor choosing between PSA and Beckett? I think the biggest thing is if you want subgrades and if you want,
an auto grade.
PSA does auto grade, so I think the big thing is the subgrades. If you think that your card would be a 9 with PSA, but you could still get a gem with Beckett due to subgrades, then that's the choice. I think people still prefer Bowman Chrome autographs with Beckett.
Definitely.
Plus, if you think the card's really, really nice and it could pull a BGS 10, then you go with BGS because a BGS 10 is going to outsell a PSA 10.
All right. So 2 questions that I had or that we answered on the podcast this week. One, when we look back at this era in 20 years, what will be the iconic cards
for this, like the 2020 era?
I would say like late 2000, like 2009 till now, roughly.
Specific card, or it is like a set?
Either or. Like on the podcast, I said we all agreed the Trout update. Absolutely.
Yeah, LeBron Topps Chrome rookie.
LeBron.
Crosby Young Gun.
I'm a little biased, but I still said if his career goes the way it has been trending, it'll be true. But I said the 2010 Bowman Strasburg.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Strasburg was the most hyped player almost in like baseball history. Blew out his arm, killed the hobby for 2 years, and now is back on track to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he honestly, like, he was hyped to be a Hall of Famer whenever he came up, and then his career was basically over, and now he's on track to be a Hall of Famer again. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't think it's iconic enough if you're just going to boil it down to like 1 card per sport, though. I mean, if you're doing...
No, but just like the iconic cards in general, because there's iconic cards other than the Mickey Mantle.
Like, it depends on like what era you're doing. So, like, if you go early 2000s, you have to say the Albert Pujols Bowman Chrome autograph. But if you're talking like 2010 till 2030...
Yeah, we'll say that because David, I keep putting my hand in front of the camera. David said LeBron is 0304, so that might be a little bit older.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely, as Brett's saying, the Zion base will go down as one of them.
Josh Rosen.
Yeah, let me think.
Mahomes, well, yeah, I will.
Yeah, the Mahomes Prism rookie is probably going to go down as one of them.
I said the Mahomes rated rookie.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I think the Mahomes Prism rookie, even though all the rookies in 2017 are silvers, I think that got people hooked on like football silver rookies. My
thinking behind that was most of the iconic rookies, even like the LeBron Topps Chrome that you were talking about and the Pujols Bowman Chrome that you were talking about, people remember the base version.
Yeah, I mean, I think
the one that more people have access to. So that's why I said the rated rookie.
Yeah, I mean, but like Mahomes doesn't have a base rookie. It's like he only has the silver for Prism. Like there only is one.
Yeah.
I mean, the optic rated rookie, I would agree with, but no one's going to be thinking of the Donruss rookie.
Yeah, I meant more so either or the Donruss or the optic. David, I agree with the Luka.
Yeah, Prism. Luka Prism for sure. I mean, I think Luka's great. He's a great kid. I don't know why people hate on Luka prices. Like you're wondering why like one of the best players in the league, who is like a super charitable guy, never gets in trouble, is popular. It makes no sense why people are like arguing why it's popular.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand Luka for sure. He's another foreign player. He's in the same jersey as Dirk. He kind of the Dirk basically passed the torch to him. So like I understand it completely. I agree. I mean, not to harp on it too much, but I don't think that's one of like Gary Vee's hot takes. I don't think he's doing it just to pump the numbers up. I think it truly is good to be a good card. I could foresee it being $1,000 card one day. I really could. Another one would be, I think I said this in the podcast too. As long as the players on it, aka Zion, work to their potential, the Kobe Zion Hoops dual autograph is this generation's Mantle Griffey, easily. So Brett, we were talking iconic cards within like the last 10 years to the next 10 years. not. Yeah, obviously, if we're talking just iconic cards all time, then we can go on forever. But I'm just trying to think of other ones that could be predicted to be that good. I think I think eventually, like if he lives up to the height, like Luis Robert's first Bowman Chrome autograph is going to be an insane card.
Yeah. That somebody said Wander Franco. David said it.
The issue with Wander Franco is he's always going to be a Tampa Bay Ray in his rookie card. Like, it just takes away from the card, in my opinion. Anytime you have a guy who's in a jersey like that, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just
weird. But look how much he outsells Longoria, who was the last big raise.
Yeah, I mean, people weren't really prospecting back then, though, as much.
What's up, MRA?
That's one thing Trout for sure did, was got people prospecting more.
Oh, absolutely.
If you look at the prices of any of those guys from after Pujols but before Trout, there aren't too many big cards. Clayton Kershaw's Bowman Chrome sells really well. But you look even at Buster Posey, his prices aren't crazy, and Posey, is arguably going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, his numbers aren't crazy good, but he's caught 3 World Series, two I think he caught a perfect game, no hitter.
Yeah,
multiple no hitters. So I think he could end up being a Hall of Famer, but no one's
guys
iconic.
Yeah, that's just like two other guys that I think of in that vein are Adrian Beltre.
Yep.
And Yadier Molina.
Yeah, people don't realize how consistent Yachty's been, and for 16 years. I mean, the dude's 37 or 38. McDavid Young Guns is a good one for sure, David. I don't know if anyone's been checking those prices. PSA 10s are up to $650. You could have got one 3 months ago for $350-ish, I think. I have a 9.5, I think. I don't have a PSA 10. I was going after all the iconic Young Guns at one point.
Although I'll see your opinion. I want to see your opinion on this one. We said on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. If you want to take a minute and plug it real quick so people know what you're talking about.
Yes. So I'm on a podcast called the Cardboard Illuminati Podcast. It's me and a couple of friends from Instagram, SunsFan8 and Tyler Sports Guy. We do what we call a degenerative take on the hobby. We just speak our minds a lot, talk about a lot of stuff that pisses us off. We have good bits too. It is not safe for work. But if you look up Cardboard Illuminati Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Podbean is where we host it. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, I can answer Matt's question first before I answer yours. Yeah, I mean, we were pretty sure that the hobby was in really big trouble during the housing crisis.
Yeah.
2007 to 2011. And that's why we were talking about Strasburg. Strasburg was supposed to be the thing that saved the hobby. And then he went down with his injury. And I remember I used to talk to a lot of other dealers and stuff, and everyone was stuck with so much product. I know we had this case after case of product that we couldn't sell because no one was buying cards. Let me rephrase that. No one was buying cards with the people who weren't already in the future with a good website, doing breaking, that kind of stuff. The old school shops we were running at that time. It was really tough to move product. You got to remember, this was before the housing market crash and Strasburg's boom happened before social media was even big in this hobby. It was before Instagram. It was before Twitter. I think it was before Twitter. When did Twitter launch? Pretty close to 2010, probably.
Yeah, Andrew, a lot of us missed out on those Trouts.
Oh, I sold tons of Trout update rookies, cheap. Wax. I mean, I had Trout autographs. I had Trout's, not his first Sterling. I think it was his 2011 or 12. I think it was Bowman Platinum or Sterling. I had the gold auto to 50 PSA 10.
Yeah.
Which is now probably a $10,000 card, and I sold it for I think $1,200.
Now, to transition back to the iconic rookie cards, we said one card, even though the player disappointed a lot of people, but the 2012 Contenders Andrew Luck rookie.
It's one of the most iconic rookies, most iconic cards of all time.
Yeah, that was our thinking.
The crazy thing is that the thing wasn't worth much his rookie year, and then it spiked crazy. It went up to $2,000 in the gem, and then it dropped all the way back down to 500. And then it spiked again just before last offseason to $1,500, and now it's back down to $200.
Because raw ones, when that came out, they were what, like 5, 6?
They weren't crazy. But then they peaked over $2,000 at one point. I think they might have hit like 2,300 in a gem. I have one. I mean, I bought one.
As much as I hate to say it, the Ermsey card from Project 2020, the first Trout that he did, I think that's going to be the most iconic card from that set.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a couple cards. I mean, I've seen the numbers of some of that stuff selling for like literally just like a few weeks after release is insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
David, yeah, I mean, the thing about that is that's like more of like a bonus card that I think people like, but I don't think it's not going to be wildly collected to a point of like a rookie card that's going to trend up that way. I remember those Bush 07 cards. I think
Bush
they peaked at $200, $250, and now they're like $5 to $10, I think. But yeah, what was the other question? Did you have one?
Yeah. Okay. The other one was really good. We went on for a while about it.
Okay.
So the person said 2019 NT Treasured Moments is one of my favorite sets ever. What would your 100 most treasured sports moments be? Doesn't have to be just football, and obviously you don't have to do all 100.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not listing 100 things right now. I think is this just football?
No, any sport.
So you see, that's the thing though. Like if you get 1,000 collectors to rate their 100, it's gonna be whatever is most momentous to them. Like I remember,
I'll test you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
For baseball. What's the first one that comes to mind?
D. Gordon's home run. It's not. I don't even have to think about it. D. Gordon's home run after Jose Fernandez died.
I agree. At the same time, though, the first one that came into my mind was the Willie Mays sketch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking me to answer the question, I'm just going to answer what pops in my head. And I remember sitting there watching D. Gordon hit that home run. It was like the most emotional sporting event ever, almost, honestly, at the time. This was before we had found out like Jofer was obviously drunk and on coke and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, that one's up there for me. I remember watching Kobe's last game where he dropped like 62 points or whatever. That was a good one. I don't know. I mean, obviously James Harrison's touchdown, even though you hate it, is.
Oh, I'm trying. That's in this year's NT. I don't want to hear about it. It already exists. Don't suggest it.
Yeah. I mean, the wild card game where the Pirates fans single-handedly got into Johnny Cueto's head, chanting Cueto, standing room only. And I was so optimistic that the Pirates are finally going to be good.
David, I absolutely agree with that one.
Piazza's home run after 9/11. See, I know it, but I can't picture it right now. I know me and Nate were talking about one. I remember watching the All-Star game where Torrey Hunter robbed Bonds' home run. Oh, the whole Bonds run in general was just crazy watching it.
Yeah.
I loved watching Bonds during that run.
LeBron's block, yes. But if LeBron is going to be on a moments card, it came in a meaningless game, but it has to be the picture of Dwayne Wade after he alley-ooped it and ran away with his arms out.
I can't picture it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's Rocker versus Tiger. I think me seeing. I mean, there was a lot of Tiger moments. I'm big into golf, so that was.
I'm throwing it up on the screen. Let's see where it go.
Are we allowed to play it?
That picture.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I don't even remember that though.
That is one of my favorite pictures in sports history, easily.
Derek Jeter walk off in his last game. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, there was a lot of them. I mean, that's such a broad question that like you'd have to get more specific. But I would go more so with like a question of like, what's the sporting like moment that you would want to see that doesn't get as much recognition?
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot like the Willie Mays catch, like that stuff's been talked about for 60 years or whatever now. So It just feels. I mean, Maz's stunt run has been talked about for what is it, 60 straight years. So that kind of stuff always gets remembered. It's more.
Oh, what about was it David Bell who wanted to stay in the game after he hit 3 home runs and got plunked?
I don't know.
Let me see.
Blew 4-shot lead. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's not exactly what I think that guy wants to remember. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cards that could be made. Francisco Cabrera.
Albert Bell. Yeah, sorry. Albert Bell hit 3 home runs in a game, then got plunked his 4th at bat. And he just was arguing with the ump. He's like, I didn't get hit.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Oh, here's one for you. One that will never, and I mean never, be repeated. Fernando Tatis, 2 grand slams in 1 inning.
Yeah, I forgot he did that. That was last year, right?
Not junior. It was senior.
Oh, senior.
Senior did it. I
thought junior did it. No.
I don't think that will ever be replicated.
Yeah, probably not. There's a lot of stats that will never be replicated just due to like the way that sports are done now too.
Yeah.
Like Eric Gagne's save record's never going to be beaten.
Asterix.
Why? Because he was on roids or something?
Yeah.
Well, they all are. Jake Arrieta's records, and I mean, Jake Arrieta was on roids for 2 straight years, then stopped doing them, and then he sucked. Auburn, Alabama. You lost me at Auburn. I don't watch college.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. The kick return. There was a short field goal, and they ran it all the way back to win over Alabama.
Yeah, I just don't watch college sports, so.
I usually don't, but I happen to be watching that one.
There you go. BQH is the kick 6.
Yes, the kick 6. Cool. There's a car alarm going off.
Yeah, sorry, it's me. Sorry.
I don't know if they did it or not for NT, but the Miracle of the Meadowlands 2, Deshaun Jackson's punt return with time expiring.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the problem with some of these hypotheticals is the fact that only certain companies can make certain cards.
Yeah.
So like Panini would have to do a football one and a basketball one, and Topps would have to do a baseball, and Upper Deck would have to do a hockey.
In a perfect world.
Yeah, in a perfect world, all 3 companies don't hate each other, and they could work together on a set. But
Jordan's flu game.
Which didn't they just debunk it that it wasn't a flu game?
It was the pizza game.
They said it was like food poisoning or something.
The butt fumble, yes.
Butt fumble. Yeah, that's a good one. And he's laughing to the bank because he got paid. So, do you guys have any other good questions come in this week?
We still have a bunch. I'm saving them for future episodes because we only do a few at a time.
You could do some previous questions unless you delete them.
No, I don't delete them.
I've never answered any of those.
Yeah, some of the questions that we get on there are really, really good. All right. Let's see.
Unless you guys have any more questions.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how we want to format this. I think me and Nate want to film some not live so that we can get really in depth on certain topics without seeing comments and everything.
All right, here's one. I want to hear your thoughts on the best bang for your buck product.
Of this year or ever?
Let's just say ones that you can still get.
Oh, geez. Up until like a month and a half ago, I would have said 2019 Donners football, but
yeah,
that's whenever it was like $80 a box, not $170. Best bang for your buck product.
Donruss usually
Donruss.
Retail Optic, because Retail Optic is usually way better than Retail Prism.
Retail if you get it at retail.
Yes, at retail cost.
2008 Upper Deck Heroes. See, the problem with some of that stuff is you can't find it. See, Matt, that's another one, man. Those boxes are over $200 now. It has to be a perfect world for these questions to make sense. If you're just talking new releases, I think if you like prospects, Panini Elite Extra Edition Baseball is a good rip. You get 10 hits. I think it's like 8 autographs or something. I think those are a good value. If we're not even talking about draft classes, just products in general. I think Elite Extra Edition is a good value. It's like $100. You get 10 hits. Like Stars and Stripes baseball is a good rip for like $60. You get
one of my favorite older products that you can still get relatively cheap, and I think you should order it. 2009 Signature Stars from Upper Deck Baseball.
Yeah, another one that would make sense of that is like a UD Premier football.
Yes,
like 2007 still only around like $100 a box, I think, and that actually, that has Calvin Johnson and Peterson in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. But like if we're just talking brand new releases, I think like Phoenix football is a fun rip for like $125. Donruss baseball whenever it comes out at $80. If we're just talking value rips, like that's the thing. None of the iconic products will ever be cheap again. Like there will never be cheap Prism basketball again. There will never be cheap National Treasures. Like the days of getting National Treasures at $500 or $600 a box are gone. Optic, the Cup hockey, like none of this stuff is ever going to be cheap. I think SP Authentic hockey is a great rip at like 110.
Yeah,
it comes out in like
I would agree with that.
Like 110 to 120. You get now that they do the Upper Deck update set with the Young Gun updates, that adds extra value. So you're getting an Upper Deck Young Gun usually every box. You're getting, I think, it's either 2 or 3 autos. I think normally Bowman's Best is a really good value whenever it first comes out. Like 100.
Yeah, when it first comes out.
When it first comes out at like 135, 140. I don't even know with the problem that's coming with baseball is there's so much good young talent that every checklist is just loaded.
Yeah.
And
everybody knows it.
Think back to 2010 with Strasburg. Like there was only a couple good names coming up in that. Now there's like 10 to 20 in every product that people are chasing.
And people are also realizing that the top names aren't always the names to get. Like in 2010, I can guarantee you barely anybody cared about, and I'm extending this to 2010 Bowman Draft as well.
Nobody cared about Nolan Arenado.
Arenado, Yelich.
Like you pulled LeMahieu. No one knew who he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not bad. How are any of those products based off drafts going to work this year? Obviously the football draft happened. They're still going to do drafts, Matt. There's no way they're canceling any drafts. Baseball's still going to have a draft. I don't foresee them stopping any of that. That's the thing. These leagues can't just shut down. They're gonna find a way. Like football makes so much money. They're gonna find a way to play. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know how they can do football without a crowd. It would be like the most gut-wrenchingly boring thing ever watching that without a crowd. It would just look like a pickup game.
They can do what Korea's doing for their baseball games and put cardboard cutouts in the stand.
And just like pump in noise.
Yeah.
That's what they would do is just pump in like artificial noise. But like we're going to know it's empty. But yeah, there's what was I thinking? UFC with no one in the crowd is the most crazy thing ever. And Nate is gone.
Just one.
Yep.
And
Nate
is back.
I watched some of those highlights from the last UFC with no crowd. I was like, is this a video game?
Who is the player we think will be coming out of nowhere this year for baseball?
Pete Alonso did not come out of nowhere.
Yeah, Pete Alonso his stuff was worth pretty good money. His 2016 draft stuff was worth pretty decent money, David. I don't think anyone expected him to hit 50 home runs or whatever he did.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, it was not out of nowhere. It's not like he was a low A player that soared through the minors.
I think Austin Meadows and Shohei Ohtani are the guys to buy low on.
I think Shohei Ohtani is a crazy good investment. I really want to convince the Angels to not let him pitch again. Just let him hit. I mean, it doesn't mean he can't play the field. He can maybe learn a position, but a career with cars. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, Matt.
That's pretty good.
It makes sense, though. I mean, they would be the ones who would do that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, like Matt, it's really hard to fly under the radar. That's why it's so tough, because these guys like Jason freaking Dominguez was 16 by the time he was already hyped up. So like, how are you hyped anymore? He's not going to play for 3 more years, but he was hyped as soon as he was signed.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, and it's the thing about this stuff is like you have Dominguez. I don't know if you've seen some of these auctions, Nate, but some of his autographs are over $10,000 already.
They're insane.
I think I saw his green shimmer auto was at like 17,000 on bids, and it wasn't over yet. It still had time left, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on Friday. I don't know if you had heard yet or not. Topps was only able to release out like a quarter of their product for this week, so like I don't know if we're even getting all of our Bowman this week. They're still having like issues with the factory, because they have to run it at a certain level of capacity, so they can't just make all the product. So I think they're having to make Bowman in waves this year. They're going to like release it back-to-back weeks because they can't do it. They won't have it all ready to ship this week.
You know who flew under the radar last year?
I mean, you need to give me a little more than that.
All right. This player is a highly touted prospect who never lived up to his overall potential, but lived up to his power potential.
Lived up to his power potential. That means he hit over 40 home runs.
Well, in previous years.
Joey Gallo.
Yes.
Oh.
So he only played in 70 games last year because he was hurt. He still hit 22 home runs, but he batted .253.
That's actually good for him, I think.
With a .389 on base. That's very good for him.
If you have Joey Gallo and he can bat .250 and hit 50 home runs, I'll take that all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean
Jorge Soler as well.
Yeah, Soler hit like 40 home runs, I think. I like Soler. His stuff's not worth anything either. It's really annoying how value works sometimes. Like even like a guy like Arenado or Yelich, like since they're not in their first year, you don't see just a monster spike in their stuff. Like it's expensive, but there's still prospects selling for more than them. I mean, like Jason Dominguez, like worst autograph is selling better than Arenado refractor gems,
which is stupid.
I think the cheapest Dominguez autograph is still like his Prism Draft autograph is like $500 or something.
I realize it's an opportunity cost thing.
Yeah, but not, like, how much could it be worth? It's a Prism Draft auto.
How much are the Prism Draft prices going to drop once his Bowman Chrome autos?
That's what I'm saying. It's not an opportunity cost. I don't see a world where you can make money or increase your investment on that one. Even his regular stuff, like it's going to be so high. I hope anyone watching this does not throw their money into Dominguez, because just do your research. Try to find like some lower tier players who their base autographs are selling for like $5 to $10, and see someone that you see potential in. If you want to invest $1,000 into something, invest it into a guy who's cheaper where you can get higher quantity. Like Aquino, you could have bought his base autograph for less than $10. Now they're like 110 or something.
And one thing I will say, if you're looking into, first off, rarely, and I mean rarely, invest in pitchers.
Never. Don't invest in pitchers.
Second, if you're looking for a good batter,
don't invest in pitchers until they're like 10 years into their career.
Yeah. The end all be all stat, the deciding factor whether or not I buy into guys that are batters, is their on base percentage.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a big one.
If they walk a decent amount, they're going to have less of an issue adjusting to the major leagues.
Yeah, I mean that's like the Brian Reynolds thing. Like I think Brian Reynolds stuff should be worth more. I mean he batted 300 since high school. Like literally high school, college, A ball, double A, triple A. He batted 300. So like that's crazy to be that good. That's why I think Chris Bryant is going to come back and just be a stud. You don't win like stuff in college and then win minor league player of the year, then win rookie of the year, then win MVP as a fluke. I mean,
No, not at
I
all.
think the fluke in Chris Bryant's career is the last couple years. I think that's the fluke numbers.
Easily.
Is him not batting 300 and hitting 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. I think Bryant's a stud. Yeah, and Jose Abreu, but I think Jose Abreu is one of those guys who is
older than he says.
I think he's three. I think what does he say he is? He's like 28. I think he's like 31. That's another thing with Yachty. Like, what I think Yachty could be older too, and now that's even more impressive. You know, Pujols is.
Jose Abreu is allegedly 33. That seems about.
Yeah, Matt. Ozzy Albies isn't worth a whole lot. I don't know why.
Because the first half of last year, he was ice cold. He was awful.
But no, like if you just go back to their rookie years with him and Acuna, so then they ended up getting these contracts, and like I just shook my head because like Acuna got like 6 years for $100 million, and then Albies signed like a 7-year, $35 million deal, and
I think Albies was like 6 years,
$35 million or something. I'm telling you, it's like staggeringly low compared to Acuna. Bring up Acuna and Ozzy Albies.
Oh, no, yeah, it's 7-year, 35.
And then what's Acuna? Like 6 years, $100 million or something? Yeah, Ozzy was 7 for 35.
8-year, $100 million.
8-year, $100 million. So, like, who the hell is Ozzy Albies' manager where Acuna is worth 3 times the amount of money? Don't get me wrong, Acuna is amazing, but like when you're talking like $70 million more than Albies, he's not getting 3 times the production Albies.
Definitely.
So like I don't know who negotiated that deal, but that was a really bad. That was a good deal for Acuna, really bad deal for Albies. Plus, is Albies middle infield, or is he third base?
Second base.
Second base. So I get maybe that's it. There aren't there's only been a handful of super high paid middle infielders. I mean, you got like Jeter, Ripken, A-Rod.
And what are the positions of all 3 of those guys?
Shortstop.
Yeah.
And then they A-Rod transitioned to third, and they also 2 of them played for the Yankees too, so that helps. But you don't see too many middle infielders getting absolutely paid. I mean, outfielders are the ones who get the big money. Outfielders and pitchers.
Yes. And first baseman.
Yeah, I mean, it's the power guys. So like unless you're a shortstop who hits dingers, I mean, you don't really get money. Like they don't MLB doesn't respect a good glove. Like if you're just a Gold Glove every year, but you don't.
Well, with the exception recently being Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward shouldn't make anywhere near what he makes.
No, but his defensive stats are unreal.
Yeah, but he makes like $30 million a year. That was the biggest slap in the face ever. Why I was happy that McCutchen left, because Hayward got like $28 million a year, and then we offered Kutch like 11 or whatever it was. It's like, dude, like you're basically saying Hayward's 2 times as good as him.
Yeah, Hayward got 8 years, $184 million.
Yeah, Lindor's going to make a shit ton of money. Lindor will get paid.
Absolutely.
But he's also like, I don't know, Lindor's got like that extra swag too. Like Lindor is a player you can market. I think a lot of the times these middle infielder guys are boring whenever they're not big hitters. I mean, Tatis is also going to get paid. Unless he already got paid. I don't know if he signed a contract.
He just has to stay healthy.
Yeah. A lot of these guys do. But the Major League Baseball is just getting weird. Like before the season, you had Eloy signed for $100 million. And then I think, didn't Robert already sign for like $100 million?
Let me see.
The White Sox have tossed out some absolutely monster contracts recently.
Luis Robert. Let's see.
I know Eloy got paid $100 million. I know he signed a $100 million contract.
So Robert is a 6-year contract, 50 million guaranteed, up to 88 million worth.
Yeah,
like in total.
So much. The guy's never played. I mean, I understand that they're also trying to get an opportunity cost, but I mean, can't you just wait and then if he is good, just pay him extra?
Yeah.
I mean, like, and it's no risk. Because if he is playing really good and you do pay him, you're going to make up for it and everything else. I mean, if he's that good, his jersey sales will be through the roof. I'm just waiting to see when the Pirates finally make some more moves. I think they're going to unfortunately trade Bell and Reynolds over the next couple of years.
Trade Chris Archer.
I would love to trade Chris Archer for what we gave up for him. I'll take everything back. I'll take one back. I was
going to say take half of it.
I'll take one of them back. I'll buy season tickets right now if it means we have Austin Meadows again. You hear me, Pirates? I'll pay part of Austin Meadows' contract by buying season tickets. Nice, man. Yeah, I mean, I think Albies is a good investment. I think Albies definitely has time to go up. And good one, David. I think having Lindor is definitely a good thing to do. I think he'll be going up. I don't know if I have any of them from those guys. My big guy is Gleyber Torres. I think Gleyber is going to be a stud. He plays for the right team. Let me try to see. Yeah, I've been collecting like a lot of hockey rookies. So like I got like a couple Sids. I got a 9.5 and a PSA 10. I think that's the way to go is continue with the base rookie stuff. Like here's one of those booms. So this was priced right before we closed. This is Emmitt Smith score supplemental rookie. This has a $400 price tag on it, and I think these are like $1,300 now. That's just like one of the ridiculous things.
Yeah, and this is my lovely Strasburg stack.
I think this card is going to absolutely explode over the next few years. Call them all the contenders. I think it's underpriced.
I still think I got a steal for the blue Strasburg Chrome 9.5 at $65.
Yeah, that's a good one. Slabs on slabs. Yeah. Larry Fitz signing again. Yeah, I think that he had announced that, didn't he? He announced that a little while ago.
I think so.
But yeah, I love Gleyber. Here's my Sapphire, Matt. It's the Sapphire green numbered to 50 in a PSA 10. So that one's pretty cool. I don't know. I like weird stuff too, though. Like I supplement in like the key rookies and everything. Nat, you may have, but you know, I don't show off all my stuff. Nate knows kind of what I have.
Yeah, I do. Bunch of junk.
I have a few cards. I just like going after like cards that I think will be iconic, like we were talking about earlier. So like here's my Trout. I sold my PSA 10 for like 900. Now they're like 3,000. I think this one's only like doubled though. The PSA is 3 times, but the 9.5 only went up double. There's two 10 subgrades on this one too, so that's why I like that one. I think this card's undervalued. I like this one, the Acuna variation, the red blue jersey. Yeah, that's a 9.5, man. I have more, but no one else has this one. You got that Mike Trout PSA 4.
I want it. Actually, I want a 1.
PSA 4 Trout. And then I really like this one. Let me see if I can find it. So I have a Cognac. But it's PSA 5. Let's see if I can do that. God, this is so confusing being on the reverse camera. But I have a Cognac that's a PSA 5. I kind of think it's cooler than having a really nice one. I don't know. I have so much weird stuff too. Like I don't understand why these haven't gone up really in the last like few months.
Oh, the Jeters? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like I have 2 PSA 8s that haven't moved really in like the last 6 months or so. I figured that they were going to really shoot up. I'm wondering whenever the junk era is going to catch up with one of my favorite cards.
Jose Canseco?
Now, Barry Bonds variation. Yeah, I was showing this one last night. One of these closed for 56 with just an authentic autograph. Mine's a 9 auto. So I think that makes it better, but you never know.
You never know.
Well, I'm still trying to find a buyer for my Ruth, too. I got this Ruth that I would love to find a buyer for. It's not on YouTube channel search. What is it? The stream or something else? Yeah, if anyone wants to buy this, let me know. 1931 W517 Ruth, hand cut PSA 9. It's a pop 4 and there are no 10s. I want Nate to buy it, but he won't.
I want your Trout Super.
Which one's that?
Trout Super.
That one?
Yeah, that one. I love that set so much.
Yeah. It's a nice one.
I got you $1.
Guys, other than yourselves, who are your favorite breakers? I mean, I'm friends with a lot of them. See, the thing, though, Matt, is I've never been a customer in a break, so I don't really have favorites. I'm just friends with a bunch of them.
Definitely not Platt.
Hey, that's not me. That's a Nate thing. That's Nate's hot take. I don't hate anyone, honestly. But I don't watch a lot of. Honestly, I don't watch any breaks.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I used to be big into breaks a few years ago, but I haven't done many in a while.
I mean, I haven't even sat there and watched any just because we're always so busy. We're always trying to improve our stuff. I never I feel like if we watch other guys, then I'm gonna try to it will be in the back of my head to do stuff the way they do it. And I don't want to do that. I think we'll accidentally bring over some stuff that they do that we wouldn't want to try to copy. Because every breaker does stuff different. I mean, some guys are super in your face and loud and aggressive. Other guys are like the most boring humans ever breaking product.
Steven Strasburg, Gem Mint 10.
Yeah, how many are you up to? Like 10 of them?
I only have one PSA 10.
All right.
I have.
It's not on your. Oh, wow. A bunch of comments just came in.
I have 10 of the paper-based 9.5s.
Yeah, they're. Oh, no. Why? Oh, no. What?
Oh, no! They're mentioning a certain pair of brothers.
See, I don't watch any of these, so I don't.
I legitimately blocked them because I could not take seeing their videos anymore. I didn't even follow them, and people would share them, being like, "How obnoxious is it?"
David, I don't know anyone else. I mean, I know Rich, who owns Leighton. He's a great guy. I mean, definitely trustworthy, super cool dude. I don't know any of the guys who break for him or anything. I've never met any of them, but Rich is an awesome dude. Definitely one of the best in the business. So I definitely I think he's good for the hobby. Like I said, I don't know personally any of the guys who might be breaking for him, but I can vouch that Rich is an awesome dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know them either, BQH. I don't know that I've ever talked to them. Like I said, a lot of these guys, I mean, I know who they are by name, but I would never know who they are in person.
Yeah, the only one that I've really interacted with, one-on-one, would be Kyle Reno.
You mean, isn't it Rhino?
Rhino, whatever.
Yeah, Kyle's a good dude. I mean, I've known Kyle just through Facebook for probably 4 or 5 years. I mean,
he usually joins in some of the shenanigans that Jack and I get into.
I haven't talked a ton, but I mean, I take back my previous statement. I've actually bought into one of Kyle's breaks before, just for shits and gigs. It was 2018 Donruss. I bought into something one random night. And what really sucks is I got the Ravens in that, and I think I ended up with some Lamar Jackson stuff I gave away for free. But there was a Brady 101 autograph hit in that break. And it was out of Donruss. It was one of the buyback autographs. It might not have been a 101, but it was definitely a Brady auto. Yeah, that's good, Nathaniel. Anyone else have any question for us to end this little session with? And then we'll maybe start saving some questions for the future too. So if you guys want to shoot some questions, we'll discuss it in length maybe next week. Try to maybe spend a little bit more time on each question. But yeah, like I said, it's tough for me to answer that question just because I am friends with a lot of these guys. It's a cool thing about breaking too, though, is you can all do something different, and everyone that's the big thing about the sports card industry that I've liked, that I've really liked the last few years is shops working with each other instead of against each other. It was always weird to me that other stores would see each other as competition, but you're not. I mean, no one's competition for each other, really. You all do stuff different. You all market your businesses different. So I think sharing ideas with shops is more important than trying to beat the other guy.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know a lot of these breakers and stuff, they're all friends. They're not in competition for each other's money or anything. I think as soon as you start acting like that, it's bad for the hobby. As soon as you those poachers are the most annoying thing ever. That's why no one is really allowed in our Facebook room, that our break room, that we don't really know, because they're just going to go in and poach your list and try to get them to come buy stuff off of them.
Yeah, and that stuff drives me crazy.
I don't care if our customers buy off other people. I mean, I understand it's going to happen. You just need to it's just whenever they're getting stolen, someone else tries to take all of their business from you.
Yeah.
It's bad for the hobby. We see it pretty easy. The breakers who do that stuff, Nate will attest to this, usually don't last very long. They'll think they're hot shit. They'll get a couple cases of stuff in there. They'll go in, and then it takes them 2 weeks to fill the break. So that they start blasting it in every Facebook room. They go into everyone else's room secretly and try to message everyone in their room. And usually after 50 or so people, I think they end up getting ratted out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no problem, Patrick. We're going to try to do something like this once a week, just a hangout, talk about stuff. Did you pick up any cool cards this week, Nate?
I mean, I got a whole bunch of Strasburgs in this week.
I know you got some new 2020 stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to do some videos on them over the next couple days.
I bought my first PC card in a long time tonight, actually. Nate bid against me, so I should have won it for 99 cents. Instead, I had to pay $2.25.
I mean, my biggest pickup this week is the Strasburg first Bowman paper auto 9510.
Of course,
I cannot wait for that to come in.
So Matt, how many shops were in the North Hills area 20 to 30 years ago? I think there was 5 or 6 in our direct neighborhood 20 years ago. Something like that. I mean, there used to be over 1,000, I think, across the country. Definitely. I mean, actually, there was probably 6,000 to 7,000. We're probably getting back close to 1,000, but I think it bottomed out less than 500. I mean, Pittsburgh in general has quite a few shops, but in our direct area, I think we maxed out at 5.
Yeah, my favorite 2020 card that I got this week, like I said, I'll show a video because you'll actually be able to see the details, but it's the Willie Mays by JK5.
Yeah, that one's pretty sweet.
He's a tattoo artist, and I love his work.
Is that black and white?
Yeah.
Is that the same guy with the Ichiro?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, we've talked about this before. It looks just like that Bruce Willis movie,
Sin City.
It reminds me. The Ichiro one specifically reminds me of Sin
because
City.
There's red.
Yes.
I need to go back and find, even though the prices are going way up, I need to go back. The first card he did was Ted Williams, and it looked great, but I missed it.
Yeah, That's the thing about like these special sets is like I don't understand like why they increase so much so quickly. Like the Topps Living set, that first like few cards sold for insane money because there's only a couple hundred copies out there. Is the Living set still going on?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's like a lot of money doing it. I think isn't it like $10 a week?
Something crazy like that. Let's see.
Was the Frank Thomas
this is the
yeah, Nate bought the Frank Thomas, I think.
I didn't.
You didn't buy it?
No.
All right, I wanted it.
But this is the Ted Williams that he did.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. BQ Brett, my closest local card store an hour away closed. Oh no, my closest LCS is an hour away. Well, how far are we from you, Brett? You can just come to our store. If it's within 6 hours, I'd say it's worth the trip.
The reason I didn't buy the Thomas was they crashed the site when it went live. So you knew the print run was going to be astronomically high. It finished around like 16,000.
I still think it will end up being like a $50 card.
I just didn't like it because it's not going to look good on the stock that they use.
Yeah, I don't see. I've never seen any of those cards in person yet. Brett, well, I mean, that's not too bad, man. Whenever we can finally do a trade night, you'll have to come out.
Yeah, I'm about a 5-hour drive.
And I'm sure Nate's going to be coming in here before we have a trade night because
definitely
knows when we're able to do that.
Big things planned.
Yep. I don't even know what they all are. Are they that big? I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited to get my new rig because my freaking computer almost explodes every night on our stream. It's just not meant to handle a microphone and a camera and charge and run the stream program. Permanis, yeah,
Nate, Permanis.
Nate still hasn't had Permanis. I'm gonna have to take him to one of the downtown locations, probably the Strip District location.
At least I knew what Permanis was.
You should. I mean, they're in a bunch of states now and airports and stuff.
I knew what they were because of Man vs. Food.
Oh, well. Yeah, I miss Adam Richmond on that show. He's still doing stuff, but I don't know why they literally just like wrote him out of the show. And like I think people watched for him, not like the show as much. Like he was a very good host.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, the favorite part, I think that my favorite part, because so the episode that Permanis is on, that wasn't even the challenge. That was one of the restaurants prior to the challenge, I think.
Yeah, it was. That's
the cool part about that show is like he would highlight several businesses, not just the one he was at. Is your flux? It's the flux capacitor. It might be. Oh, he's 90 minutes from one in Detroit. Well, strap up and go get a sandwich.
You know, I always keep that thing on me.
And that's partially true, I think, Brett. I think there was some issues, but also I think Travel Channel kind of worked him out of the show. I was just listening to a podcast with him the other day. I think he was on Bert's podcast like a few weeks ago, and they were talking about stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens on those shows that they have no control over. That's like the hosts of like travel shows have almost no creative decision on that stuff.
No, not at all.
They're pretty much told where to be, when to be there, when to leave,
what to do,
what you can say. They have people who like look over. Sounds good, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, have a good one, Andrew.
See you. We're live tomorrow at 8:00.
8:00.
So, but yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just pop them down. We'll maybe we'll figure out what day we're gonna do this. I can't guarantee it's always gonna be a Monday. I think me and Nate will just see when we want to go live randomly, because he still has to record the podcast and everything. When did you record that? Saturday?
Saturday. I just didn't have enough time to edit it and put it together until this morning.
Yeah, I'll have to finish it tonight while I'm like sorting or something, but. Anyway, we open up at 10:00 tomorrow, guys, if you want to come by. I don't know how busy we're going to be. I know this weekend was pretty crazy. So So far, no issues with the 5-person rule or the masks or any of that kind of stuff. It's been pretty easy.
What about the 5 mask rule?
The 5 mask rule. Everyone has to wear 5 masks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how that one would go over, but yeah, this is a huge release week. I mean, we got Chronicles and Bowman and Select.
Bowman's going to be huge.
Is SP Authentic might be this week too. I know Bowman is, Select Baseball is, and Chronicles is. I'm trying to think. SP Authentic might release this week. That would be a really bad time for SP Authentic to release. The same week as Bowman Baseball, the reincarnation of Select Baseball, and Chronicles Basketball. And we have a ton of SP Authentic coming in, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Select. I can't wait to see.
My only issue with the Chronicles are the I was I saying Chronicles that whole time?
Yes.
Oh, I meant Mosaic. Chronicles are. I meant Mosaic.
That one.
It really hurts the brand that they had so much of it released like a month ago when it was. I don't think it was supposed to.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a bunch of stuff release and then the actual release is a month later, that definitely hurts it because the people who just want the base cards, I think, have already bought them. So
yeah.
I mean, the hobby SKU definitely is going to be different than the retail stuff, but for someone like me who's still trying to get retail and cellos, I think it definitely hurts it overall having a bunch of it released a month ago. I mean, I don't know. I think it was about a month ago. I know that maybe it might have been like 3 weeks ago.
No, it was at least a month ago.
Then it might have. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think it was supposed to get out. I think it might have been a vendor issue.
And yes, BQH, they are doing Chronicles Football Collegiate.
Yeah, and it actually looks pretty sharp.
Oh, it looks real nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't know like how much of it is a money grab, how much of it is like how popular regular Chronicles was. Like I want to know when they started designing Chronicles Collegiate.
The thing is, Collegiate doesn't have as many products as regular NFL, so we're going to see a lot of sets in there, like Spectra.
Well, and the one of the issues too is there's a lot of collegiate products this year. You got Prism Draft Pick, Contenders Draft, Legacy has college uniform, Score has college uniform, Chronicles, and then you're still probably going to have NT Collegiate, Flawless Collegiate. So we're talking like 8 or 9 college-based products this year for football. That seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Unless they aren't doing all of them this year, but the only one I haven't heard about getting released so far is the NT. Everything else is pretty much I've ordered it. Like Scores ordered, Contenders Draft comes out next week, I think. Obviously, Prism came out. Legacy is coming out in the next month or month and a half.
I'll have to keep an eye out on Contenders Draft, see if DRC's cousin is in there.
If he is, he'll be one of like the blaster type guys, like the practice squad guys.
Yep.
He'll be one of the guys people would hate to hit, so you'll be able to buy him for like $1 or $2.
I'm going to load up.
You super collecting him?
Yep.
You going for the 101 rainbow and everything?
Yep.
We should have known this was coming because one of the players released images of those Spectra collegiate cards like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I thought they were going to put them in a regular Chronicles, and there was going to be I know it was 2019, but I thought they were going to put the 2020 draft guys in it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be a full separate product, so that's interesting. But
other than that, yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free.
You can just you can
message me or Chad or the Facebook page for Sports Card Junction or.
Yeah, we might even throw a teaser post out there on the pages, just asking for questions. And I don't even know. Do we have the capability to bring in other people?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we might even bring in some other people to talk about some stuff. I definitely have some guys that we can maybe contact about bringing on in the future.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah, that will be fun. Maybe we'll bring some people on in the future to talk about some specifics with some certain some cards and stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And like I said, this is going to be a weekly thing. We just don't know exactly when each week yet.
And we're going to have a little more structure going forward. Tonight was mainly to test Nate's equipment, but we'll try to have an actual structured show maybe next week or the following week. Who knows? But yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, guys.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace out.